can claim yourself a Christian woman because now you're married, but you have awful stories in the back of your head.
Wendy Williams has never been afraid to speak her mind, especially when others stay quiet, whether it's just more celebrity chatter or something. Deeper, Wendy came in strong and didn't hold anything back. She even brought receipts to back up her opinions. Calling it shocking barely scratches the surface. For years, Wendy has made a name for herself by calling out celebrities without holding back. When it comes to Justin and Hailey Bieber, she's been brutally honest from day one. Right after the couple announced their engagement in July 2018, Wendy wasted no time weighing in. During her show, she said without hesitation that she didn't believe their marriage would last, but that wasn't all. She also threw in a remark that got everyone talking. She pointed out how Justin was already spotted near Selena Gomez's place not long after the honeymoon announcement. That comment alone set off a chain reaction and gave people a lot to talk about. Wendy made it clear that she thought Justin's heart was still with Selena and that he wasn't completely invested in Hailey, and that was just the beginning. As the months passed and the Bieber-Baldwin marriage moved forward, so did Wendy's opinions. By September 2018, her commentary shifted from love to money. Baldwin probably liked the attention that came from being associated with Justin, struck a nerve. Some fans had already noticed a pattern. Photos and videos showed Hailey showing up around Justin way before their relationship became official. So when Wendy suggested it might have been part of a long-term plan, it made people take a second look. She was saying out loud what many had only hinted at online. Wendy's theory added fuel to growing speculation that Hailey's connection to Justin was more about timing and opportunity than romance. Fast forward to March 2019, just 6 months into their marriage, and Wendy's thoughts became even more direct. According to the Daily Star, she said Hailey was far too young to carry the kind of emotional weight that came with being Justin's wife. Mental health challenges linked to her husband. That take stirred serious reactions, with many people jumping into the conversation. Some thought Wendy was being too harsh, while others said she was just being honest. Then came the most intense part. Wendy went as far as saying Hailey might want to think about divorce. That suggestion caused a huge reaction, especially from those working in mental health spaces.
When him and I started hanging out, okay, let's just put it this way. When him and I ever started hooking up or anything of that sort, he was not ever in a relationship, ever, at any point. I would never, it's not my character to mess with someone's relationship. I would just never.
Mind coach Anna Williamson publicly criticized Wendy's statement, saying that divorce shouldn't be tossed around so casually, especially when it involves mental health. But Wendy didn't change her tune. She said Hailey was taking on much too soon, stuck in a situation that looked more chaotic than stable. Earlier that same year, Justin and Hailey had their big Vogue cover shoot. It was their first major feature as husband and wife. Wendy commented on that too, though the exact quotes aren't clearly documented. Still, reports say she had a lot to say about their public image and the way Hailey was handling online criticism. Wendy's fans know she doesn't gloss over anything, and this was no different. What made Wendy's commentary stand out wasn't just what she said, it was how consistent she was. She kept coming back to the same points. How fast the relationship had moved, how Justin seemed emotionally stuck in the past, and how the whole situation just looked messy from the outside. A lot of viewers started noticing these patterns too. They echoed Wendy's concerns and began to wonder whether this marriage had been too much. She also continued to point at how the Baldwin family seemed to benefit financially from the relationship. Every time Hailey and Justin made headlines, Wendy hinted that the attention and the money that came with it was helping keep the Baldwin name relevant. Her theory about the marriage being more about fame and fortune than true love, ready for? At 22, most people are still figuring themselves out. And Wendy kept asking whether Hailey was really prepared to deal with all the stress that came with being married to someone as famous and as complicated as Justin Bieber. It wasn't just about love anymore. It was about whether either of them was in the right place emotionally to be in such a serious commitment. All of these takes came out during the Hot Topics segment of Wendy's show, the part where nothing is off limits and every celebrity is fair game. Her audience knew that when Wendy had something to say, it was going to be loud, direct, and raw. That's what they tuned in for. But even among her usual bold opinions, the comments she made about Hailey and Justin in early 2019 stood out. Her divorce remarks in particular lit up the internet, sparking debates, backlash, and a lot of media attention. Wendy's delivery might have been intense, but a lot of people found themselves asking if she had a point. Her comments got people thinking about what really goes on behind celebrity relationships. The things that aren't visible in magazine covers and Instagram posts. And whether you agree with her or not, it's clear Wendy knows how to get people talking. Some people felt Wendy Williams went too far, especially when she brought up Justin Bieber's mental health struggles and suggested Hailey might consider. Divorce critics said she made light of serious issues, and that hit a nerve with many. But what's strange is how much of what Wendy said years ago now seems to match what's happening in Justin and Hailey's marriage today. For example, not long ago, Stephen Baldwin, Hailey's own father, posted on Instagram asking people to pray for the couple. That one post sent rumors flying, especially with all the recent talk online about the state of their marriage. Fans have been noticing weird signs for a while now. In separate cars instead of arriving together, there are also whispers that they haven't been living in the same house for a while. On top of that, others suggest substance use issues, and a few even go as far as to accuse him of cheating. None of it's confirmed, of course, and blind items always come with a warning label. They're unverified, but they still fuel the drama, especially when they line up with past red flags. There's also one unconfirmed rumor that's been around for years, which Wendy never spoke on directly, but strangely fits with the timeline she was suspicious of. Some say that during Justin and Selena Gomez's brief reunion in 2018, which lasted just 4 months, Selena may have gotten pregnant. If that rumor holds any truth, it could explain why Selena checked into a treatment facility shortly afterward. It might also help make sense of Justin's erratic back-and-forth behavior, breaking up with Selena, getting back with Hailey, and then suddenly proposing. All in under a year. And Wendy wasn't the only one raising eyebrows over all this. Taylor Swift, who's known for staying silent when it comes to drama, has been quietly but clearly siding with Selena. In a 2020 Wall Street Journal interview, Taylor said, "I knew from when I met her I would always have her back in my life," and then added, "I can forgive people who have hurt me, but I don't know if I can forgive someone who hurts her." She didn't name names, but the message was clear. Fans connected the dots. Then in 2022, when Taylor released her Midnight's album, people really started paying attention. One song in particular, Question, set off alarms across social media. Swifties and Selena fans analyzed the lyrics and became convinced that Taylor was subtly referencing Justin and Selena's past, and maybe even shading Hailey lines like, "Did you leave her house in the middle of the night?" and "Did you wish you'd put up more of a fight?" Meteor strike? That one hit hard. Many fans believe Taylor was referring to the fact that no relationship Justin has had since Selena has ever lived up to what they once had. And when she added, "What's that I heard? That you're still with her? That's nice. I'm sure that's what's suitable and right." The shade felt undeniably, and if Taylor never confirmed who she was singing about, classic Taylor move. Kendall Jenner is another interesting piece of the puzzle. She's close with both Hailey and Justin. Back in April 2020, during an Instagram live with the couple, said, "Honestly, no." She added, "I think I hoped," which was meant to sound supportive, but it made people pause.
People were confused on the timeline you're talking about of like, is she a homewrecker? So I guess my question is, Hailey, were you ever with Justin romantically at the same time as her?
No, not one time.
Even more eyebrow-raising was her next comment. "Obviously. Hailey's my lady, my best friend, and I wanted it so bad for both of you. It just makes me really happy." It sounds sweet, but fans didn't forget that Kendall and Justin reportedly had a low-key thing around 2015, a few years before he proposed to Hailey. No one has confirmed it, and both Justin and Hailey have avoided talking about it. But it adds another layer to the story. And when Hailey found herself caught up in another round of internet drama with Selena in early 2023, after that now in TikTok, where Hailey, Kendall, and Justine Skye lip-synced to what many saw as a dig at Celine, Kendall stayed silent. She didn't speak up to clear the air, and she hasn't said much publicly about Selena since. What really separates Wendy Williams from all these other Hollywood insiders is her approach. She doesn't filter her thoughts or play the nice girl card. While Kendall gives polite, polished answers and others like Taylor speak through lyrics, Wendy goes straight to the point. She doesn't care who gets offended. She questioned the relationship from the very beginning and never backed down from suggesting that things might not be as perfect as they looked. But Wendy didn't just focus on the emotional issues. One of her strongest takes was about the financial side. She suggested that Justin, with his fame and money, was a way for the Baldwin family to stay in the spotlight. She called it out like no one else, implying that this wasn't just a love story, it might have also been a business move. That opinion shocked a lot of people, but it also got them thinking. Wendy's commentary tapped into what a lot of fans were already wondering: the fast engagement, the emotional whiplash from Selena to Hailey, and the way it all happened so suddenly. It made people suspicious. Wendy just said what many were thinking but didn't know how to say. And then there's the love triangle, Justin, Selena, and Hailey. This has been going on for more than a decade now. Fans have followed every twist and turn, every social media post, every red carpet moment. It all began when Justin and Selena, known as Jelena, were first linked in 2010. After those 2009 friendship rumors, their relationship was a roll. They broke up in 2014, got back together in late 2017, and ended things for good in early 2018. Then, just a few months later, Justin was engaged to Hailey. That timing still doesn't sit right with a lot of people, and it's one of the main reasons the drama hasn't died down. Hailey Baldwin stepped into a love story that had already captured the internet's attention for years. And while she may have become Justin's wife, to many fans, Selena remains the what if. That's the shadow that's always been hanging over their marriage. And Wendy Williams was one of the first people in media to call it out without blinking. Hailey Bieber entered Justin Bieber's life earlier than most people realize. Their first meeting happened in 2009 when Hailey was just 13. Her dad, actor Stephen Baldwin, introduced her to Justin backstage during a Today Show appearance. Back then, Justin was 15 and just beginning to blow up with songs like One Time and One Less Lonely Girl. What makes this even more surprising is that, at the time, Hailey was a big supporter of Justin and Selena Gomez's relationship. She was originally Team Jelena. Deleted tweets and old posts have resurfaced showing her cheering them on like any fan would. But then things took a twist. After Justin and Selena ended things for good in early 2018, Hailey quickly stepped into the picture. Though dating rumors between Hailey and Justin had already swirled back in 2015 and 2016, their relationship suddenly moved fast. By September 2018, just months after the final breakup with Selena, Justin and Hailey were married. The speed of it all made fans suspicious. The timeline felt rushed and messy, especially considering his long, emotional history with Selena. To really understand how deep this goes, we need to go back to the beginning. After his breakout in 2009, Justin performed for the Today Show's Toyota concert series. Hailey's dad brought her backstage to meet him, and that moment changed everything. Hailey kept showing up at events tied to Justin. She was seen again at his Toyota show at Rockefeller Plaza and later was spotted watching him at the premiere of Never Say Never, his concert documentary. She wasn't in the spotlight then, just a fan on the sidelines. But even back then, it was clear she was orbiting around his world. Things took a turn in 2019 when a former superfan of Justin claimed on YouTube that she actually helped Hailey get closer to him. According to this fan, Hailey followed her fan page back in 2011 and regularly messaged her asking for updates about where Justin was staying or performing. The fan said Hailey would sometimes show up at hotels or restaurants after being tipped off. She described Hailey's plan as very deliberate, to be seen by Justin over and over until she eventually stood out to him. Whether that's true or not, it only added more fire to the theory that Hailey had been actively trying to become part of Justin's life.